Hello to all the viewers. I'm so happy to have Dr. Farsana Mustafa, rank 3 in the Common Merit List and rank 4 in the AIIMS Merit List in the INISS DM Neurology entrance exam. So, top ranks in a big exam. Farsana, what are you feeling now?
Sir, feeling so much relieved.
Okay, so much relieved. So, Farsana, see, the viewers would want to know from you in detail regarding your preparation strategies and your journey. So, first, let us talk about your MBBS and MD college. And let me tell all the viewers, first of all, I know Farsana for a long time because she did MBBS from Calicut Medical College, and that is the place where I did my MD from. So I know Farsana right from her MBBS days. Okay, right from the time she was preparing for her NEET PG entrance exam. So Farsana, for the viewers, just tell us about your MBBS and MD college.
Sir, I did my MBBS from Government Medical College, Calicut, and you were there to guide me even for the MD preparation. And I did my MD from Lady Harding Medical College, Delhi, sir.
Okay, all right. So Farsana, to begin with, when did you join DocTutorials, the DocTutorials course?
Sir, I joined last year in the month of April, sir. I came to know about this app from you only, sir.
All right. So, what all have you watched from the app, DocTutorials app?
Sir, I have completely watched all the neurology video lectures, and I was trying to watch medicine lectures also, but managed to watch as much as possible for me. But I've not completed it.
You were
And I
doing
have
your MD. Your MD was going on. Finally, your MD
yes,
was
sir.
going. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I managed to watch the INISS mock videos, the question paper discussion INISS for the last year and previous AIIMS question paper discussion from the app. I have attended all your special classes you have conducted apart from the recorded classes.
Okay. So you have gone through exhaustively through the lectures, everything.
Yes.
So for your neurology preparation, was this your sole source, or did you have any other access?
Sir, no other access apart from I was fully trusting on your notes. I was continuously revising your notes only primarily, and I would read Harrison. I was always repeatedly reading your notes. Along with that, I managed to revise Harrison also. No
So
other
just
textbooks.
tell us, for the INISS exam, out of the 80 questions, first let's talk about the neurology part. So how useful were the classes and the exams that you gave, the question bank, everything for the neurology part of the exam?
Sir, what I felt myself was neurology part was more. I could answer most of the one-liners from our notes itself without even thinking for a second time. I could answer most of the one-liners by that. And some clinical questions were there. Some a bit lengthy clinical scenarios were there. But if you have done your MD if you have seen your cases while doing your MD, you will be able to answer those questions, sir.
And even in the elite exams also, we had put some exams purposefully with lengthy clinical scenarios also, because what we have seen is super specialty entrance exams are always unpredictable. One exam you will have more factual, the other exam will be more clinical. So I think you should prepare for both for the exam. Now, Farsana, in this journey for preparation for the entrance exams, tell us what you think went right for you. For a candidate who's watching you, maybe a second year resident or a final year resident, what do you think went right for you in your preparation for the INI exam?
Sir, first of all, in the first and second year, I was more focusing on the cases which I saw. I took around 8 to 10 cases from the ward and presented it to the faculty members in my ward. And I was fully focusing on clinical medicine. All apart from CNS, I was presenting many cases from the other systems also. That was systematic. Then I got an orientation from our app. the last 1 year, I was seeing cases, and then I was seeing your videos. I was having that, I felt it very interesting. I was not into a mood of a competitive exam. I enjoyed a lot learning clinical neurology and your classes. So I was just enjoying it. I was not thinking about any ranks or anything in particular. In the last 3 months, you gave me orientation by putting a lot of exams, and I was into a mode of MCQ as to tuned, like eventually I got tuned into a mode of MCQs in the last 3 months, to say, from the January we were having a lot of exams in the app. So I managed to perform in that exams also in a good way.
Okay. Okay. So at that point of time, let me interrupt and ask you one thing. You said you were enjoying. So this is very important, because I know that Farsana, during her final MD year, she used to message me that she's not getting time to finish exams, that is the mock exam. So she was initially doubting herself whether she could perform, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but the thing is, she was keeping on enjoying what she was doing, that is learning neurology, listening to neurology, and whatever exams she could write in that span, she actually wrote the exam, even if she was not fully prepared.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I had put a voice message also in a group, like, for those who are doing your residency, even if you are not fully prepared, just give the exam, because you will get an idea that where you stand. Because Farsana also, one thing probably she had an advantage is she has written some of the exams with the previous batch toppers, previous INI. So even last INI, most of the toppers were there in our platform. So at that time, she wrote some exams with them. So it just goes to show, okay, this is where I stand compared to the toppers. So did that actually help you, Farsana?
Yes, sir. Definitely. I could understand where I stand, so
Okay.
that I could increase the number of revisions.
Okay.
Uh,
So after writing the INISS, okay, I've given the INISS first MCQ exam. At that point of time, again, you messaged me. You got approximately 67. How much? Approximately 65.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah,
66 to
65,
60.
67.
Sir.
So you messaged me, and even Swati also, who has got rank 1, he also messaged me approximately the same number. So you wanted to know whether you stood a chance. But just tell me realistically, at that particular point of time, what did you feel? Did you think you will be rank 3?
Sir, I never thought about it. I was thinking that most of the other candidates might have gone through your notes. So I was thinking that it might be easy for everyone. Everyone might have written the questions which I made right. So I was not at all expecting this
And I
rank.
still remember one of the phone calls that Farsana gave to me. She said something like this. I started giving that exam, and I saw that, yeah, I could write many questions. So once that rocks index question also came, you remember? So that was a question that was there. We had put
Sir,
that
yes,
in
sir.
the mock exam. I put in the WhatsApp group. So she,
Yes,
she
sir.
said that now I got a feeling that probably I should not lose out on this exam.
Yes, sir.
So the exam is coming my way, right?
Yes, sir. In between that 30, 35, 35th question, I was realizing that, yeah, I can perform in this, because most of the questions are familiar to me. I should do justice to myself, to what I have learned.
Okay.
That thought came to me, sir.
All right. So regarding the resources that we have in DocTutorials, I think we have tried to keep in such a way that the lectures actually start from the very basics. So it's like very, very basics. From there, we actually build it up. And the exams that we conducted were at different levels. Like, some exams would be a relatively simpler one from Harrison. Some would be lengthy clinical scenario based questions. At the same time, the QBank used to have questions more from the Bradley. So why it is so is because just to prepare you for all sorts of questions. Because I hope, Farsana, you might have also noticed the diversity of questions. Some being very
Yes,
simple, some
yes,
being in the average, and some being very tough also in the QBank.
yes, sir.
Okay. So Farsana, once you were done with the round 1, okay, and you got selected for the interview, and for the interview, there was around 1 week gap. So I had conducted mock interview sessions for all of you. In fact, most of the candidates preparing for the INISS, where the final mock interview round was there in that group. So how useful was the interview group and the interview sessions?
Sir, it was very useful. I could understand what others were will be speaking also. If I was in their place, I was thinking I will not be able to render whatever is there in the mind. I was feeling so much awkward in the initial 2 days. Then that inhibition, everything was gone after that sessions. It was very helpful for me. I have got that some courage to speak also, sir. That was very helpful.
And because interviews also like that, the candidate should know that in round one of INISS, they test your MCQ skills. Now they're done with your MCQ level testing, but now it goes to interview mode where you are often asked questions on the approach. So in fact, in that interview group also, most of the questions that were asked in the previous years in the interview, which I've got from my own students who have appeared in the interview. So I had shared it in that group. So did that give you an overview? Okay, this is probably what I should anticipate. Because many candidates, after getting selected, they message sir what to learn for the interview. So did this give you an anticipation? Okay, this is probably what they are going to ask me.
Sir, definitely, sir. I have gone through the questions you have provided. I have studied all those approaches. I practiced myself by saying the answers. I practiced, really, I followed what you said, your advice. I was taking that very seriously. And then for my interview, they asked me a very simple clinical scenario of tubercular meningitis. So it can be answered by anyone who is practicing medicine in the general medicine side. Anybody can answer. That was a simple clinical case scenario. I was expecting, we were already preparing for such questions, sir, in our group.
But it is like from there, I think, you took the examiner to another plane. That is what I understand, because initially the discussion came and then you answered. So it was a good discussion also in the interview, right?
Yes, sir. It was a pretty decent discussion.
Okay. All right. So tell us, while you were doing your MD, at some point in the back of your mind, was AIIMS Delhi, NIMHANS in your mind?
Sir, I was not really aiming for that, but I always wanted to study in a good institution. I cannot say I always wanted to study to do my DM in a very good institution. That was the aim, but I was not aiming for anything like I should get Delhi AIIMS. I am so much humble to reach to get such a good rank actually.
Now, what do you think the importance of hard work is? Because there will be some candidates who are thinking to get a DM in first chance, I've got to prepare right from my first year and keep on reading. Do you think it is right, or at the right time, watching the lectures, question bank, and going in a systematic manner? What is more important? What is your opinion on that?
Sir, from my experience, I could say that it is more of a smart work rather than I know I have not read Bradley, so I know that I am behind many of the candidates who are very seriously preparing in our group. So from that, I just stick on to my basics. I saw all the as much as cases I could see from my ward. In first year and second year, I saw a lot of neurology cases, and I was interested, having fun while learning neurology. So it helped me.
Okay.
Actually.
So you're saying that it is not that right from first year you have got to read so much of theory. It's about smart work and
Yes.
peaking at the right time. That is something very important about Farsana. She peaked at the right time. So it was like, her final MD time, she was going at a steady pace, and then she took off after, you just recently finished your exams, right?
Yes, sir. I'm waiting for my MD results.
Yeah. So so it is a big achievement to get into a central institute. So have you decided, Farsana, where are you going to choose? Because you have got the option in front of you. AIIMS, PGI, NIMHANS. What are you going to choose?
Sir, AIIMS Delhi, sir.
AIIMS Delhi. So great. So you have been in Delhi. So again, you are going
Yes,
to
sir.
be in Delhi.
Yes,
And So, I hope you come back to Calicut also, because I'm sure Calicut will also be missing you.
Yes, sir. My first source of knowledge, everything was from our wards of Calicut Medical College. Basically, we were seeing more cases in neurology from there,
Yeah.
right from our UG.
Yeah. So I still remember, even when I talked to Swati also, I said this. Yesterday, when the results came, people of both Trivandrum Medical College and Calicut, Trivandrum for Swati and Calicut, they were so overjoyed for both of you. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I am also happy because, I've done my MD from Calicut and MBBS and DM from Trivandrum. So all your friends must have been happy. Yesterday, you must have been bombarded with calls.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
just take me through that moment when you saw the rank list and you saw that the third common merit list rank is yours.
Sir, actually, I was talking to one of my friends at that time. My friends from DocTutorials app. Actually, Dr. Shweta, she called me.
Okay.
Actually, we became friends from the app only.
Okay.
But she called me and she said me, you got rank 3.
Okay.
So I just came to know about that on that moment. I
Okay.
couldn't believe.
So it must have been a dream come true moment, And yesterday, when you called me immediately after that,
Yes,
I could actually sense that in your voice. Okay,
yes,
the happiness and the end result of the hard work that you have put in. Though you said, it was smart work, but I know how much you wanted. Okay, because initially, in the initial part of your final year, you were thinking, okay, let me go like this. But then you were, okay, it looks like I've got the hang of the MCQs. So you said in the last 3 months, you came to that MCQ mode. So then you sense an outside chance, because in the NEET SS mock exam also, to the best of my knowledge, you had good ranks. The first INISS mock was, what was the rank?
sixth rank.
Sixth rank. And the second one?
Sir, 15.
Okay. So how important were these ranks? Because in the group, we had separate WhatsApp groups also for candidates. So how did this group, this competition actually help you becoming the better version of yourself?
Yes, sir. Because I could understand what was my position, and I was thinking to improve daily. I was competing with myself basically, so that I could improve daily.
Okay.
That was.
All right. So big achievement. I'm sure everybody at home must have been delighted. Parents, friends, the whole of Calicut Medical College, and even Lady Hardine also. So, Farsana, I'm so happy for you. Waiting to meet you soon also in some conference. I'm sure that we have lots of conferences coming up. And when you take AIIMS, there is a AIIMS PGI combined conferences there. So probably when I come there for that conference also, we'll meet. And see, it's a happy feeling for me also, because
Yes, sir.
most of our students are there from the final year, second year, and first year, and AIIMS and other central institutes as well. So
You
happy.
have. Yes, sir. You have been there. You have been there from the MBBS days itself. So that was a pleasure, sir. I got constant motivation and support from you only, sir.
So thank you so much, Farsana, for joining. And I'm sure the viewers would have been inspired by the way she actually paced her residency. She was into clinics in first year and second year, and started her serious preparation towards final year, and peaked at the right time. And now she's in a position where she can choose between any of the central institutes, which is a dream for everyone. Thank you so much, Farsana, for
Thank you, sir.
joining, and all the best for your future personal and professional life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.